My name's Shaun Quincey. I'm the founder and CEO of Simfuni, and we're building some of the best insurance experiences in the world. So when you think about experiences and great experiences and insurance, typically it doesn't really go hand in hand. It's usually a bit of a challenge. And this is both for a policyholder and also an operator managing and running insurance. It's a complex product. It's hard to manage. You've got complex questions from customers, and we're trying to figure out how to do it in a great and intuitive way. It's one of the oldest financial services in the world, but yet for some reason, from a technology front, it seems to have moved at glacial speed and hasn't really kept up with the Netflix experience, what consumers really want. So let's have a look at the weapons of industry currently. So the insurance customer experience, as we try and scale it and build great, beautiful optionality and intuitiveness, we've got PDS, we've got CSV, and we've got the letterbox. And I know pretty much all of you would have received an insurance renewal via your letterbox recently. Now that's okay, that's great. We get to open it up. We get to teach our kids how a letterbox works and how we used to receive all of our communication. And so they can open it and they know they've opened it and then it goes straight in the bin, that if it does get open. So that's one of the challenges. So this results in a disconnected, expensive, basically almost a failing in now being able to talk to our customers about what they're getting involved with to make sure they comprehend it and they make sure they know what they're getting into. Now the struggle is real and there are core massive reasons behind this. And I want to introduce you to the insurance operator experience. So let me tell you about this particular operator right here. One, they're leaving the room because their job is so hard and they can't give great customer experiences. Two, we've got a green screen there on the left from an insurance policy that was written in 1975, and that's how we can access it. Secondly, there we've got a new Snowflake implementation, which is going to take 17 years, which is going to give us a single view of customer, which is on the second screen, costs $47 million, but we will get there, and it is the future, and it's our vision, so we've got to have that computer. The third screen there is a call recording system to make sure you're delivering disclosures, you're capturing that customer information. On the far right's a MacBook Pro, because the marketing department got a new CRM which only works on an iOS operating system. And then we've got the personal laptop which was provided to the operator as part of the COVID-19 policy. Everyone needs to be able to work from home at an instant. That's got 3 different SSOs. The most important piece of equipment in that entire room is a notebook with 17 passwords in it to access them all. 14 credit card numbers from customers and basically some drawings. And so that person's had enough, so they're leaving. Retention and insurance operators and customer service is a massive problem because their job is hard and they are absolute weapons at logging in, logging out of multiple platforms. Again, this results in a terrible, slow customer experience, but it is hard. Legacy insurance products do exist. Some of our life insurance products, dare I say, for some of the people in the room might be 30 years old. We've got to manage those. We've got to maintain them. So why is it so hard? Our enterprise tools and our enterprise infrastructure is complex. It's a combination of many different systems with no interpretation layers for the operators or the customers. And so we really wanted to solve this problem and we really wanted to tackle it front on. And so we built Simfuni. So Simfuni is a combination of 8 different software modules that tackles the various different and most repeatable tasks in the insurance sector. Whether you're a life, health, F&G insurer, we feel we have a great solution for you. We built an interpretation layer of these modules, so an API-first cloud-based system that will interpret the most common different components and basically provide you with a customizable, full white-labeled experience across these different areas. We built it in a modular way, so you don't have to deploy an entire Simfuni platform. We encourage you to, and of course we want you to, but you can also break that up into the various modules and use that where you have the most challenges within your organization. So whether it's payments, whether it's customer self-service, arrears management or renewals, we don't care. You can have a plug-and-play system, which is built on some core principles. Operator efficiency is really important. Single view of customer, quick action tools, automate and simplify repeatable tasks, deploy AI where you can in a safe way, and a single screen experience. From the customer, enable self-service. Self-service is the key ingredient. Enable and empower those customers to solve their own problems. It removes OPEX. It reduces time to serve. Payments are an experience, which I'll talk about soon. Use your payment opportunities. Payments are the most common experience across pretty much every financial service. Automate and simplify. So what does it all look like? So e-invoicing and simplified payments. allowing customers to pick how they want to pay, when they want to pay, seems so simple, so easy, but in the insurance sector, it quite hasn't evolved yet. Weekly, fortnightly, monthly, credit card, bank accounts, open banking, all these different areas where they can and enable payments. So why are payments so important? E-invoicing invites them into a digital experience. So if you're sending out a premium, if you're sending out a customer to pay, that is the first step to enable customer self-service, to reinforce your brand, to get them into a empowered situation where you can deliver more to them. So it starts with paying for your premiums. Then it moves across to, well, let's have a look at our policies. Let's have a look at where they are. Let's look at our statement of advice, our disclosures. Let's begin building an audit trail of events that have happened with that customer as they've interacted with their payments, as they've opened up their disclosure documents, as they've read their policy. We know they've done that. We can tell you when they've done that, and they know what they're paying for. Your brand now is coming to life as what was, I suppose, a stagnant experience where you're waiting for the letterbox, which for your insurance renewal is now something you can know a little bit more about and engage with. If for whatever happens, you fall into a hardship situation or anything in those particular areas, you can move your payment date, you can let us know, you can cancel payments, you can swap payment methods, you can change payment days, a really common and the most common payment request when it's coming into call centres. Again, moving those payment schedules monthly, weekly, fortnightly, however you like, and basically just in a nice intuitive way telling you that it's all happened. When customers are going through those various different challenges, they want a bit some flexibility, they want to be able to move, they want to be able to apply multi-policy discounts and a whole lot of other things which have been really challenging in the sector. And that is simple and easy with the Simfuni platform and some of the Simfuni modules. Compliance audit trails are really, really interesting. When our customers are going through, I suppose, antiquated platforms and systems where they're receiving PDFs that are attached to emails or receiving post, we cannot create that audit trail of events for when they've opened or closed the various different documentation that they're going through. We want to know when they've read it. We want to know when they've paid. We want to know when they've read their policies. And we want to keep that audit trail. We want to be able to print that. We want to be able to show that to any auditor as they're going through their insurance process. And so we've built that into the Simfuni platform for a beautiful single screen experience where we can look at the customer, we can look at the policy, we can look at what they've paid. All of their engagements with us is a beautiful single CRM system with an audit trail of events, and also track their NPS score to understand whether they're happy, unhappy, or whatever it might be. So we're a world-class security led basically design. We're PCI DSS SOC 2 compliant, local delivery and support with offices in Auckland and Sydney. And Thursday morning, I want to talk to every single one of you about Simfuni. And so we have these sessions on Thursday, meet the professional. So we're talking about delivering the modern insurance experience. You know, our customers want Netflix. Why are we sending them to the video shop is really the topic, and how to execute, how to deliver in a safe and incremental way. Thursday morning, 9:45 or 10:15. Come on down, and thanks so much for your time. Cheers.
That's right. Thank you, Shaun. You got me fired up to buy some insurance. I'll be looking for your customers. Next up, we've got Di from Booster, who's going to talk about the launch of the new Savvy product. Welcome, Di.
You just keep order. Cool. Well, I'm going to take a slightly different angle now to something that's direct to consumer. So, as Josh said, I'm Di. I am from Booster, who some of you would know. We're a 26-year-old fintech, so a little bit of a standout in that respect. But at the end of last year, we brought a product to market called Savvy. So what is Savvy? In a nutshell, it's an investment account. But where it is unique is that it is linked to a debit card, giving people instant access to their investments. It also comes with a companion app that allows you to make payments, transfer money, and all of that comes with a pretty sweet return as well. So it's a pretty powerful little package there. We are pretty proud of the onboarding experience that we've managed to put together. For most people, when they apply for a Savvy account, they can be up and running within a few minutes. So pretty cool tool. I'll do a really quick demo. Josh has set us a big challenge here. 5 minutes, not a lot to go through a product that, and the other guys will share. We've spent a lot of time working on these, but I'll boil it down and I will be around for the rest of the day. So if you're interested, come and have a chat and I can take you through in a bit more detail. So when you set up a Savvy account, the first thing you do is put your own mark on it. So we know that personalization is really important to our target audience. So we've got 3 pretty smart card designs there. So you come in, choose which card you want, and then that'll be in the old snail mail to you, working its way through. Once you've chosen your card design, the first thing that happens is you're automatically allocated an account number. This is recognised in the banking system. So that means you can make payments directly into and out of your Savvy account. So for example, you can have your salary directed into your Savvy account. You can make bill payments, transfer money to friends when you're splitting the bill after dinner. So the first time you fund your Savvy account, you will receive a little notification like that, and then you'll see your funds appear. So, of course, it also needs to work with the digital wallets out there. So you can immediately jump in, add it to your digital wallet. Your card will be provisioned and you can be out there spending. So what that means is for most users, within an hour, they can apply, set up their account, have it funded, and be out there spending. Now, once you are using Savvy, you're able to set up stacks. What stacks are holding pens for your funds, so you can divvy up your money any way that you like. But really what is great about stacks is that no matter how many you've got, how much money you've got spread across them, you're earning a return on every single dollar in your Savvy account. So it gives you a lot of flexibility to manage your money the way you like to without being penalised in terms of the return. We also have a great feature attached to them, which is goals. So you can jump in there, set a goal, whatever the savings goal for you might be, and it will track your progress and you can see how you're going against that. It's also packed full of other tools. I'm not going to go through them all now, but I'll take you through a couple. So first, super simple. You tell Savvy how much you want it to round up your transactions. Each time you're out there spending on your card, it will round it up and tuck the difference away into the stack of your choice. We call these micro savings moments. They seem small, but they're incredibly powerful. And the feedback we're getting from users is that they make a really big difference when they've got those goals set. The other one I'll take you through is salary split. So as I said, you can have your salary paid in directly. You then tell Savvy, when my salary arrives, recognise it and automatically divvy it up between my stacks. It makes budgeting really easy when you do this. So you can see here, say how you want it allocated. When your salary arrives, you get a notification. Do you want to split? Yes, I do. And automatically, that incoming payment will get divvied up. This has been really, really popular, particularly with our younger users. They can easily separate their rent money from their spending money, and from the day their salary arrives, they're managing it really, really well. It's also easy to keep on top of the big picture. So here we've got super simple feature, but one that helps you understand how much money's coming in, how much money's going out, and it automatically categorizes all of your transactions. So you can see exactly what you're spending and where. So who is this finding favour with? We've got 2 key groups. So one is our young digital natives, often young professionals, increasingly complex financial lives as they start first jobs, start saving for the big OE, the house, whatever it might be. And so they're really loving all of these automated budgeting features, which help them keep on top of their financial game. The other group is our more mature customer base. To them, it's not so much about the budgeting features, it's the fact that they might have a bit of cash, they want to keep it accessible, but they want it working for them. So the fact that it's earning a good return and they can access it at any point in time is incredibly powerful. So we've been really, really pleased with the feedback we have had from our customers so far. It's been incredibly positive. Off the back of that, we have been awarded the CanStar Innovation Excellence Award and also named MoneyHub's debit card of choice. So those are some great endorsements and are really speaking to customers out there. How that's played out in the numbers. So $18 million sitting in there already. We're pretty happy with that in terms of the help that we're giving to Kiwis looking after their dollars. Nearly 3,000 active accounts, so people really starting to put it to use. And $250,000 paid out in returns so far. And every month, that number is growing. So I probably went over my 5 minutes, but that is a super quick run through of Savvy. We like to think of it as your all-in-one, one-stop money shop. You can invest, you can save, you can spend, you can pay. So if you want to check it out, jump onto boostasavvy.co.nz and give it a whirl. Thanks, guys.
Thanks so much, Di. One of the things that really bugs me is the 220 odd billion that are in transactions and savings accounts in New Zealand earning zero or not much interest. And I love that Savvy is going after that. Next up, we got Carl from SortMe here to talk about personal financial management. Welcome, Carl.
Thank you. It's nice to see some innovation finally coming into the savings space. All right. Are we on? Yay. All right. So my name's Carl. I'm the CEO of SortMe, and I'm going to be introducing you to SortMe, which is an AI-powered co-pilot for modern financial advisors. Now, one of the things we've found is that clients feel out of control with their finances. The main reason for this is financial information is fractured. 80% of people are not with one bank, and there's not one place you can go to see your whole financial self and make good decisions based on that information. We also know or found that financial practices, 19% is the average practice churn rate per year. That's high. That's due to lack of customer engagement and low personalization. We also know that from our research that 20 to 50% of leads drop off during the fact-finding process. This is because people don't fill out the forms because they don't have the information. And if they do have the information, it's probably just a guesstimate, which means as a financial advisor, you're not working with accurate data, and you're probably spending a lot of time with the client trying to get it right to start with. So the solution, what we've done is we've created a cash flow management app for the clients. So this helps them set goals. They can track their spending, set their budgets, track their net worth, go through all their spend reports, all sorts of stuff like this. It's a fantastic way of being able to manage your money. Everything connects through Akahu, all your financial institutions, so you've got everything in one place, your whole financial self. Now, we also know that the everyday Kiwi does not have a finance degree. They don't want a complicated software. They don't have the willpower or the knowledge to be able to use something like a traditional business software. So we've created SortMe to be a very automated, AI-driven approach. So we automatically categorize transactions. We surface recommendations. We surface opportunities for the client to make better decisions, to make better savings, and so forth. Now we've got this massaged, accurate, real-time data. Finally, we can now surface the engagement and sales opportunities to the financial advisors. This is huge. This is a level of transparency we haven't seen in the industry before. So the advisors with us get the advisor portal where they can see all of their clients and get important insights and information into what's happening real time with their clients. They can also click into a client account, get their details and things, but also log into their SortMe account. So now where you're with a client, on a video call, talking to them about what's happening with their budgeting and so forth, you can actually log into their account, go through it with them and work out what's going on. That also segues into another thing that we'll be launching, we're piloting at the moment, which is coaching on subscription. So as a client of a financial advisor, you'll be able to subscribe to a monthly check-in with your financial advisor. You look at the demand is out there. I mean, look at Enable Me, for example. The reason this hasn't come into the market so far is because the technology and the setup has been hard to do. So SortMe is making that really, really simple for a financial advisor to basically set their parameters and offer that solution to their customers. So now that conversation has changed from a once a year check-in of, hey, has anything changed, to let's look at your accounts last month. Why were you off budget? Are we being too ambitious with your goals? Let's change things. So super powerful. We also surface these engagement and sales opportunities to the financial advisors. So we can see if someone is in an underperforming KiwiSaver. If you, as a financial advisor, you can set your preferred Kiwi funds with us, and if it's not one of those, we'll tell you that one of your clients is in an underperforming KiwiSaver. We can also see mortgage rollovers and mortgage information. We can surface situational information, like if someone is probably in need for life insurance. And also anomalies like $50,000 deposit hits a client account. You probably, as a financial advisor, want to know that and put that money to work before they go and buy a new car, because they will. We also worked out that one financial advisor on SortMe with 100 clients, we can surface around $130,000 a year in missed revenue opportunities. It's huge. So we've really become this interface between the financial advisors and their clients. And it's working. We've launched our partner program the last few months. We've got a number of financial advisors supporting us and on the onboarding at the moment, which is fantastic. We're just trying to keep up with demand right now, which is great. And if you'd like to learn more around how SortMe can help your practice, please take a photo of the QR code, and that will go through to the landing page. You can also download the information pack for more information. So we'll be hanging around, so come and see us for a chat.
Thank you, Carl. I love how easy SortMe makes it to give that shared view and see everything in one place, and the ability to share that with an advisor or someone that you want to have oversight over your finances. That's awesome. Next up, we've got Jody from Emerge, and there's been a lot of noise about competition in the banking sector recently. One of the quotes that has been in the papers is that there hasn't been a new bank application since KiwiBank. So I'm really pleased that there are a few new ventures in market that are providing similar services. Over to Jody.
Good morning. There we are. Hi, I'm Jody. I head up growth and marketing at Emerge. I've been lucky enough to be part of this journey since Emerge was a harebrained idea on a piece of paper, and now I'm really, really proud to be able to share it with you. What is Emerge? Well, put simply, we're here to shake up business banking. We're New Zealand's first digital challenger to the traditional banks that have underserved and ignored small business needs. It's a bold claim, but I reckon by the end of this you'll agree. NZ is built on SMEs, I don't need to tell us this. But unless you have a huge turnover, or you're in need of credit or a loan, banks don't really give you the time of day. Globally, we see huge innovations in the digital neo-challenger banking sector that brings competition, innovation, and customer at the heart of decision-making. But the same hasn't reached New Zealand shores. We're here to change that. I don't want to get too far into the vision with my limited time. Let me instead show you what emerges today, what it's going to be in the not-so-distant future, and see if I can't convince you we're a pretty incredible choice for Kiwi business. Today, Emerge is the fastest way to open a business current account. Provided you have a registered New Zealand company, it'll take you a grand total of 7 minutes to download the app to your phone, register yourself, complete identity verification, onboard your business. Carl might say something different, but we'll sort them out after this. And that's it, you're done. I've sat alongside business owners up and down NZ and timed them. Multiple directors, not a problem. They can do the exact same ID verification straight from their mobile too. I don't know how many of you have experienced the pain of opening a business bank account, but we're talking stacks of paper, multiple branch visits, and weeks, if not months, to get it approved. Once you're on board with Emerge, you're ready to go. You have a business account that functions like any other bank account, only, and I might be slightly biased here, a lot better. The fun doesn't stop there. We want to remove the barriers for businesses getting a bank account. We also want to make the day-to-day that much sweeter. Everything is packaged up in a beautiful app because we want the experience to be as fulfilling as it is efficient. All emerged debit cards are ready to be used instantly because they work with Apple and Google Pay. There's no limit on the number of cards or accounts you can have for free. If you want to invite your employees to your emerge account, allocate them an expense card with limits you control, that you can update in real time, get notified every time they make a purchase. Easy. It's just a few clicks. It's goodbye to that shared office credit card or the personal reimbursements or the hoops that banks make you jump through just to give your team the tools that they need to do the job. Keeps your finance team and accountant happy too. Making a business expense, all you need to do is snap a photo of the receipt with your Emerge app, add notes, GL coding. The expense data is automatically enriched and categorized, and this will flow through to Xero or our dedicated web tool, making reporting and reconciliation a breeze. You can pay invoices in bulk, you can schedule payments, there's multi-authorization rules that you can customize, and a whole heap more baked into the app too. And we're just getting started. It's worth noting everything you've seen today has gone from concept to delivery in 12 months. We've only had Emerge in market since April, and the uptake has been huge. We've got customers from every sector, age and stage, all across New Zealand. We've got a cap table of investors that proves our mettle, and most importantly, a team of rock stars that are ready to build whatever businesses are asking for. And that's exactly how we're prioritizing our roadmap. We set out to build this for Kiwi business, and to do that, we're doing it with Kiwi business. So our customers dictate what our product roadmap looks like. Some of the things coming down the line that have been requested and will be here sooner than you might think. Business intelligence to give you much more helpful insight into your incomings, outgoings, business expenses. Imagine, and I know this is something our founders would like, being able at a glance to get an idea of the marketing spend each month or how much your team expenses are being spent and where they're being spent. Turning your mobile device into a terminal so that you can accept payments with a tap of a card or contactlessly mobile to mobile without sort of those costly mobile point of sales fees. This is a game changer for small businesses that are on the move, and will be one of the first in NZ to roll it out with iOS, which is really exciting. And this is all just the tip of a pretty big iceberg too. It feels like every new feature we roll out is more ambitious and more exciting than the last. Right, I must be close to my 5 minutes, so to avoid Josh's breath, I'll wrap up. If I can leave you with a takeaway, it's give it a go. The only cost is the 7 minutes it takes to download and register. The only entry requirement you need is to have a registered New Zealand company. I promise you'll be really, really impressed. I suspect you might have some questions, so I'll hang around for anyone that wants to come chat afterwards, but otherwise, give me a holler on that, and thank you very much for listening.
Behind each of those features, there's so much work, so I love how simple you've managed to keep it with all that complexity. We will have some time for questions, so please do send them in through the app. Reminder that Crystal Room 1 is the room name, and that will make sure that your questions go through to our iPad for this room. Last speaker today is Luke from Orchestra. Welcome, Luke.
Morena. Let's see if this works. Cool. Go to the slides. I was going to make a terrible joke with the name Orchestra that Josh, I'll aim to end on a high note. Yeah, but we're not here to talk about music. So Orchestra is purpose-built equity management software for unlisted companies. To set the scene, what are the triggers to need something like Orchestra? So private markets make up a big chunk of Aotearoa's GDP. And private ownership in business is becoming increasingly complex, distributed, and dynamic. Some reasons for that. Private companies are raising equity rounds, and they're doing that more frequently, sometimes with rolling rounds. Private businesses can stay private for longer, so they're not needing to list. They're being adequately served by capital markets. Employee share schemes are now table stakes in high growth companies, and for various reasons, they're also becoming more popular across the broader market. And then access for retail investors into private businesses is increasing with things like equity crowdfunding. The problem with that is that any of these businesses that have some form of distributed ownership have to deal with all of these complex aspects that you're seeing, amidst obviously the challenge of running the day-to-day of a business. So all of these relate back to a really important aspect, and that's ownership. And so Orchestra works with any private business or entity that has some form of distributed ownership. We're 4 years old, and we're serving 600 awesome private companies, largely in New Zealand and also across in Australia. Obviously, capital raising, high growth companies are a fit, but it can also extend to cooperatives, crowd-funded companies, Māori and iwi trusts and incorporations, for-profit businesses that have skilled workers, so it could be professional services, trades, private healthcare, where employee ownership can be a really effective tool to attract and retain key talent. So why are they using us? This is commonly in private businesses done on a spreadsheet. The problem with that is it's quite complex. It can be costly from an administrative perspective. If you leave it too late and things get messy, you can run into some compliance hurdles. It can be quite a mess to clean up. If you're a lawyer or an accountant, you probably know this. And then finally, but really importantly, is around when this is managed in a spreadsheet, there's not a lot of visibility. So as a shareholder or as an employee owner, you're not really engaged with that holding. You're not engaged with the company. So put simply, Orchestra's here to harmonize equity ownership. The solution at its core. So what we do, at its core, we're a compliant share register that's cloud-based, and we integrate directly to the New Zealand Companies Office. It's two-sided, so investors and employee owners can see their holding, they can get communications and updates from the company. We automatically run corporate actions, so things like dividend statements are automatically calculated and distributed on the platform. We've got a dedicated employee share scheme module where employees can see and feel and engage with that benefit that they're receiving. And we also have a solution to run secondary trading events for liquidity. I'll quickly jump across to a demo, the risk of running it live, just so you can see what the shareholder experience looks like today. So this is an example of Mary, who has the works in our demo company, Conductor Limited. So you can see some information from the company. Mary holds ordinary shares. She can see an estimate value of that holding and a history of the valuation of the company over time that's been published. She also holds preference shares. Mary also invested in a convertible note, so she can see the terms of that investment, her legal agreement that's been signed digitally. And she's also participating in Conductor's employee share options plan. So she can dive into a particular grant that she's been issued. She can see a summary of that, the number of shares options that have been issued, where those have been, how they're being earned over time, invested. She can see a trajectory of how they're going to be earned. Everything alerts automatically from systems. So for Mary, it's kept front of mind. It feels tangible. And she also can simulate what happens if the company goes well, what happens if the value of this increases over time. Alongside that, we can access dividend statements, communications, documents. We also cater to share purchase schemes on the platform. Cool. So what you can see that we've set out to do is a platform that company administrators alongside service providers can use to self-administer their equity, but importantly drive that engagement with owners. We typically are working with in-house finance managers, CFOs, founders, directors, legal counsels, and company secretariats. Looking ahead, if you had Hawkeyes, you would have seen the Sharesies logo on the deck. So recently, Orchestra was acquired by Sharesies, and some exciting bits with that move, firstly, is that we're moving into also supporting listed companies with their employee share schemes. A lot of time, those are broad-based. So we're bringing that ownership onto the award-winning mobile app experience that Sharesies has for the Wealth app. Secondly is if investors are on the Sharesies Wealth app and they want to see their private holdings alongside listed stocks or funds that they have in that experience, you start to get a more complete picture of your wealth. So ultimately, to summarize, we're here to help companies better connect with the people that believe in them. I'm here if you want to talk in person, add me on LinkedIn, and then we're also running a session, I think it is tomorrow morning, on the case for employee ownership in Aotearoa. So I look forward to seeing you there. Thanks.
All right, thank you, Luke. Is there anyone that has been on either the receiving end of a grant or someone trying to manage equity or ESOP? They'll know how powerful that solution can be. We do have a little bit of time for questions, so what I'm going to ask to do is the person that the question is directed at, if you can come up and use this mic here, and Di, there's a couple of questions for you first. So, Booster Savvy, great platform. What are the fees?
Great question. So fees were a really important consideration because we know that people don't want to pay a whole lot in order to use transactional services. So what underpins a Savvy account is an investment fund. The unit price is held at $1. And sorry, I'm going a bit off track here. Important context, right? If you're putting your money into an account for day-to-day spending, you want some certainty around the value of what that's going to be worth. So unit price is held at $1. There's no account fees, no transaction fees. You'll pay FX fees if you are transacting overseas. What Booster does do is take a management fee, can be up to 60 bips from the underlying investment fund, but that's never taken out of a user's account balance.
Got it. Perfect. There's one more here, which is, will Savvy be recognised for AML purposes?
Yeah, absolutely. So through that onboarding process, we do all of our KYC. So people go through the AML process during that onboarding stage.
Awesome. Thank you. And there's one here for Jody. So this is with Emerge. What is the revenue model? What does it cost customers?
Good question. It means, excuse me, someone was paying attention at the very least. The easiest answer there is it's free. You'll pay $10 for a physical card if you choose to take a physical card, but you can take virtual cards and they're entirely free. Now, there are some transaction fees in terms of topping up your account and things like that, but everything you're seeing up there is basically free. The next obvious question is, how on earth do you make money? We're in interest of the money that businesses deposit into the Emerge account, right? So we provide you this beautiful app that makes your business life, day-to-day life, 1,000 times easier, and we just earn the interest off that. That's it. That's pretty simple. It sounds too good to be true. It's not.
Awesome. Thank you, Jody. Thank you all for coming to this breakfast session. Hope you found something new today and have a wonderful rest of the day. Thank you very much.